Our aim of the project is to connect the renewable power station with the Australian grid. Let me talk about the background. There are the many renewable resources available for the electricity production, such as the solar PV, and the wind. But these all are the intermediate sources which is not active for the all time to produce the electricity. So there is a requirement of the storage to store the energy, and it will provide the continuous electricity to the available load. In this situation, the pump hydro is the recommended, which is pump the water to the upper dam and store the water there until the available sources is not fulfill the requirement. When the market condition is optimum and it's required electricity, at that time we can release the water through the hydro generator and produce the electricity for the local load and the market. So our main aim of the project is to construct the 350 megawatt of pump hydro storage into the North Queensland. In this project, we do the simulation into the PSSA software. So from the introduction, we first construct the 350 megawatt of pump hydro storage into the North Queensland through the PSSA software. Then check the software. Then check all the data that satisfying the NER rules, and perform the different operations like exciter tuning, size of pump hydro, and estimate the PSS. After that, we measure the stability of the hydro generator, critical time, critical clearing time into the PSSA software. And lastly, we discuss the social, economical, and environmental effect after installation of the project. Let me first talk about the NER rules. Some of the NER rules that we already satisfied. NER rule is a national electricity rule for the Australia. The first rule says that the generators should be capable for plus or minus 39.5% of the reactive capability. The second rule is also satisfied, like the stabilizer and the exciter should be enhance the power quality. As well, the frequency range is in between the 49.5 Hz to the 50.5 Hz for the continuous generation. If we talk about the voltage range, then the voltage range also in between the 0.9 to the 1.1 per unit. If we talk about the steady state operation, then we can also say that there is a 30% load rejection, 30% load divided into the PSSC, which is already we mentioned into our group report. And the last rule of the NER is that it should provide the auxiliary supply when it's needed. So we use the hydro in the night time when we need some external supply. Here I would like to talk about the exciter tuning. So we can see there is two graphs there. One is for the angle and one is for the speed. The left side one is for the speed. So you can clearly show that the graph showing the 1.1 second is overshoot time and the settling time is the 2 second. At the 2 second settling time and the overshoot time, 1 second overshoot time, we can get the 1.07 steady state value. In this system, there is a no adverse effect, and also the settling time is tuned less than 2.5 seconds. After installation of the hydro plant, there are the many impact we can get in the social, environmental, and the economic basis. Firstly, uh, I would talk about the social, like how it's affect and how the people get the advantage. So it will create the employment for the local people to get the more jobs, and this facility will connect uh, one city to the another city through the transmission line and provide the electricity, which improve the economical status for that particular sector. If the economical sector is improved, then it's also improve the education, and health and reduce the poverty. It can also increase the opportunity for the future generation to work more on the renewable sources, as it is free and really clean. In the recommendation, I would say that uh, the public awareness is really important, because if the people are aware about the renewable energy sources, then they will start working on it, or like the future, uh, like we can increase the demand of the renewable resources and decrease the greenhouse effect. If I talk about the safety perspective, then the dam should be the construct according to the safety measure, because in the case of the flood, it will destroy the very large area of the land, and it will like it will also affect in the many ways. So it should be construct according to the dam safety requirement. These are the high-level reference which I get the data from. That's it. Thank you for listening me.